we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
We are gathered here today to take part in a most time-honored celebration uniting man and woman in the holy bond of marriage. Emily and Jim have come before us today, telling of their love for each other. In this spirit, that I thought I'd speak a bit about the history of some of the marriage traditions that we might take for granted. For example, did you know that the bride traditionally stands on the left side of the altar and the groom on the right side? This began in medieval times when the groom might have needed to defend his bride in the middle of the ceremony and wanted to leave his right hand, his sword hand, free. While most grooms don't carry swords nowadays, the tradition has prevailed. And did you know that the practice of brides carrying bouquets dates back to the ancient Greeks? They believed that a bouquet of fresh flowers symbolized a new beginning and brought hopes of fertility, happiness, and fidelity. As for the phrase, tying the knot goes, in many cultures around the world, the hands of the bride and groom were literally tied together to demonstrate the couple's commitment to each other and their new bond today. We have agreed that such a blatant symbol of commitment is no longer required. We use rings instead. Lastly, did you know that ancient Norse bridal couples went into hiding after their wedding? A family member would bring them a cup of honey wine for 30 days, or one moon. This is how the term honeymoon originated. And Jim asked that this tradition be resonated across America immediately.
We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
It is important to ground this ceremony in some of our marriage traditions. But today, what's most important is that Emily and Jim are marking their first day together as stewards of this long tradition of marriage. One that will mark the first day of the rest of their lives together, a day that henceforth will be remembered each year on December 26th as Jimily Day. So now to raise a most necessary question. What is the purpose of a wedding? For we are not gathered here today to dance, eat cake, or toast champagne. We are not here to catch bouquets and celebrate a decadent meal. We are here as part and parcel of this sacred union, as beloved friends and family who have promised to help this marriage be successful. This, as any marriage, requires a support system of friends, family, and community in order to not just last, but to flourish. And so I ask, will all you witnessing these sacred promises do all in your power to uphold Emily and Jim in their marriage? Today you have chosen to exchange rings as a sign of the love you have for each other and a seal of promises that you are making this day. Wedding rings are worn on the fourth finger of the left hand because it was once thought that a vein in that finger led directly to the heart. In the years which bring Emily and Jim into greater age and wisdom, we pray that their love shall be forever young. May they keep the vows made on this day. Emily and Jim, you have declared your love and devotion to each other before family and friends. In accordance with the statements of love and trust which you have just made, and by the power vested in me by the state of New York and the Universal Life Church Monastery Storehouse, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jim, you may kiss your bride.
Good job, buddy.
I did.
You did great, man.
Thank you, baby.